Hey guys, Asher Goodison Blues, and this is the match preview for tonight's game, Everton versus West Ham United in the Carabao Cup fourth round. And apologies I didn't get to do it yesterday, but my internet was down, so I had to wait. Thanks, Tree. So yes, Premier League opposition in West Ham United. So I think that for me, that means we got to go full strength. Nothing against Luca Dean, for instance. You know, him been playing at centre half. I think he needs to come out. Either going into left back if he replaces Nkunku, or he goes on the bench. Seamus Coleman, I think, go to right back. People will shout for John Joe Kenny, but I think Seamus Coleman should come in. I really want to see a real strong midfield, but I think Carlo is going to go with something along the lines of, I suppose, maybe a 4-3-3 formation, which means I can see Delph, Gylfi Sigurdsson, and maybe Doucouré. At least hopefully Doucouré's in there to give that extra pace and protection for the back four. Up front then, I think it'd be interesting to see if Bernard gets a shout as well, but I think I would go Richarlison on the left hand side, Dominic Calvert-Lewin right up the middle, and then on the right hand side will be Alex Iwobi. I think Alex Iwobi was a little bit unlucky not to get on the score sheet, especially when you hit that with that shot off the crossbar. I think he had a decent enough game, and I think that if he does play tonight, I think he'll actually be one of the scorers. Yeah, that's what I think. And again, going with a full strength side, because let's be frank, we keep saying this week in, week out, we want to win this trophy. And this, with the good start that we've had, not just in this competition but in the league, if we can get through this round, the sky's the limit. Bigger teams are going to start coming out of this competition, and it's up to us to kick on if we and get through this round and win right out. And that's why I would like to go and see with a full strength side, and a similar side that would be in the team again for Saturday's game at home to Brighton. Score wise, I'm going to go with a 2-0. I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin will get the opener, and if Alex Iwobi is playing, he will get a second goal. A small bit of news front. You can see in different media streams that we're in trying to get Kurt Zuma yet again. I don't think he wants to move personally. I think he's happy at Chelsea. I think it's all down to whether Chelsea will want to let the player go in fact, and not on a loan basis. I think if he was to move, it would be a permanent, so it would cost us a few quid to get him. Personally, I would like to see him let back. I think he's a decent enough player, and it's definitely because of the couple of injuries we've had to Mason Holgate and Jared Brandwaite. I think we need another centre back in, minimum, at least if it's on a loan deal. I just don't see us getting Kurt Zuma on a loan. I really don't, because as I said, I think he's really, really happy at Chelsea. Another news front is the lad from Norwich, Ben Godfrey. Apparently we've asked Norwich for permission to chat with him and see what kind of deal we can run out, and apparently the deal's around 25 million. Obviously with Norwich being relegated, I suppose they are wanting to, well, not that they would want to, they're probably having to cash in on some of the prize assets, and 25 million. I think he's only 22. He can play centre back, but he also can play in midfield. So I think from a point of view of when you're trying to trim the squad, like what we have 31 players in the squad, if you're trying to trim them and let them get down, at least if you have players in the squad that are versatile, that's always going to be a good thing. So back to tonight's game. Sadly, I don't know what channel it's on. It's not on Sky this time around. There's other games on instead, but you know yourselves, wink wink, you know where to find it. I am going to stick with the 2-0 win. I'm hoping, I really am hoping that the likes of Allen and Doucouré, Rodriguez, Gomez, that they all play, but I don't think they will. I don't think even Rodriguez is even going to make the bench. It'd be interesting to see. But at the end of the day, this is Premier League opposition, okay? And the other side of it is we don't know what kind of team West Ham are going to put out. If they put out a weaker side, you're thinking, okay, maybe they're not taking it too seriously. But they've had a good result in the last game. I think it was 4-0. They beat Wolves, and as we all know, Wolves are not a very easy team to beat. So they will give us a good game regardless of what kind of team they put out. So let's push on. Let's get into the next round, where it's home or away. We don't care who it is. As the old saying goes, at some stage in the competition, you have to play these guys. You have to play them to win that competition. So, like, whether we get another Premier League opposition in the next round, or lower division, it doesn't matter. Eventually you're going to have to play the Cities, the Arsenals, the Liverpools. They're all going to be in it along the way, unless they meet each other beforehand. We're going to have to play them at some stage, so we may as well go full dollar out for this competition and give ourselves the best chance in the next round. As I said, 2-0, Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Alex Iwobi. Until then, guys, talk to you later. We'll be back with the match reaction later on this evening. Stay blue, take care.